Hi, this is a short video on setting up spreadsheets for tests. So I've opened Pivotal to faculty. We would start on the home page and then move to faculty when it does it. And the first thing we need to do is filter on course code. So we just grab that and chuck it up the top here. So now we've got all the courses that we've got that we've set up as our courses, and if we need a video on that one, that will be a different video. So Engineering Fundamentals has tests, so I'll just pick that. There's no test due at this point, but it'll be a useful example. So if I click on the actual offering, so this is 23 T1, and then right mouse button click gives us this menu. Go to faculty view, engagements view, and we get this screen. Then we go right mouse button click anywhere and get the same menu we had before. Send all to Excel, and I've got a folder where I put these. Sometimes I name them and sometimes I don't, but it's probably not a bad idea. So I've already got the date there, so I'll just add to that. We'll call this D4101 test 1. Yeah, that'll do. It automatically loads Excel up and then gives you an error. There we go. Yep, we're all good with that. Okay, maximize it. Top row is in reverse font, you can't see, so best to know what we're looking at. And we don't really need most of the data here. So what I do is, we need obviously the student name. We don't need the course leader, we don't need the program code, we probably don't need the course code either. But we are going to need this column, so we'll just delete those ones, and then just to keep things nice and tidy, we'll do a sort on that column, and we'll lose all the withdrawals. Golly, there's quite a few. Okay, so delete those. They're not of any interest to us. We know they're enrolled now, so we don't need it anymore. And we know that it's trimester 1, so we can delete those columns. These two we need. We're going to email the student, so we don't need any of this. Don't really need to know any of that either. Disability might be useful, but not at the moment. You don't need to know what gender they are either. So delete that. Then we'll do another sort. So sort Z to A works pretty well, and of course depends on what you're looking for, but we want test 1, so we'll delete that lot. And then we don't really need to know about the rest of these either, so we'll just clean this all up. Okay, so now we've got test 1 for everybody, and we don't need pending, and we don't need this stuff in here either. Nor any of this. So now we can save that, and yeah, what do we want to use? No, we'll save it as workbook or spreadsheet. Okay, so there's our data. We have no extensions in this course at this point, but if there were, the students would have a true under extension granted, and the new due date would be here that they had asked for. So it could be 1 week hence, or it could be 2 weeks, depending on how far behind they are. So what I'm going to do is I'll mock this up for now. We'll just say we've got a true here, and in this case we'll just make it the 9th. So that's a 1 weeker, and we'll call this one true as well, and make that one the 16th, just for fun. Okay, so what I do then is I'll rename this as, now I build this into a big sheet for sometimes for a course, sometimes I build it for all the courses. Usually it's all courses for me. It's probably the best idea, but as we're starting, this is going to be our start point. We might create one of these and then copy the sheet into a bigger spreadsheet, so that if you've got multiple tests going on, it's a way of keeping track of where things are at, because for me it gets pretty messy. So I'm going to call this DE4101 test 1 and 2 May. Right, so then I'll add a sheet on, and I'll copy that, and we'll call that one the 9th, and we'll add another one, call that one the 16th, because there will be movement. So go back here, copy the top line, and here pop it in there as well. And then we'll go back to here and select our student who wants the test sent the following week. And similarly, the one that was here and put that in the next week. And it's a matter of carrying on maintaining the workbook as students decide they need more time. And I copied that. See, there's a mistake already. So we'll delete that. And that's a bit of a trap for, if you leave it behind, then you'll potentially select it later on. Okay, so now we have our source of information that we can use for sending out emails and such. And we'll call that it for this little movie.